Yeah. All right, the top of the 168, the 4-lane as they call it, Old Cressman's gas station here. They are open for business. They got 4 pumps ready to serve your fueling needs. They also got a shipping container back there, set up with some basic snacks and merchandise. I'm here right at the turnoff for the SHAVER Marina, the far end of SHAVER Lake. And just beyond this, you come to this sign here, Big Creek. Hang a left off the 168 here, taking the Big Creek Road and 7 miles into the little town, the Edison Power Company town of Big Creek. And if you continue on the 168, nice and easy drive up to Huntington Lake, 16 miles from this point. Now I have to warn you, if you're going up the Big Creek route, is a little bit shorter mileage wise, probably takes about the same amount of time, and you're gonna be dealing with some call quite a harrowing and scary road going up there. Single lane logging road for about half of the distance from basically out of Big Creek going up to Huntington Lake, a windy, narrow road, parts of which have a giant cliff drop on the side. Not a road for everybody.
You're giving it all, but no one really sees you yet. On top of the ball.
Well, I'm here in the town of Big Creek, and as you can see, the general store made it. Volunteer fire station made it. Church made it. Schoolhouse made it. This whole section, Edison area, they really, I have a feeling, did all they could to protect this. This is the lifeblood of this area. If it wasn't for the hydroelectric project here in Big Creek, there would be no Huntington Lake. There would be no Shaver Lake. There would be no Florence Lake, Edison Lake. There would be no Millerton Lake. There would be no Pine Flat Lake. It's because of the hydroelectric project that all these lakes were created in the first place. And the first of these lakes to be dammed up and turned into a lake, or I should say the first of these reservoirs to be dammed up and turned into a lake, is Huntington Lake, right over the hills here, beyond Kirchhoff Dome. And I don't know if you can see it, back up here, right there, bunch of pipelines coming from Huntington Lake all the way down, dropping about 2,000 feet to powerhouse number 1, the original and first powerhouse built in, I believe it was 1912, 1913. The power of that water falling that 2,000 feet, being harnessed by the turbines here at the powerhouse, fueled and accelerated the rapid growth of Los Angeles during the early part of the 1900s. In 1910, population of Los Angeles was somewhere around 100,000 people, I believe, and by 1915 the population had exploded to 500,000, and a lot of that was due to Huntington Lake and the Big Creek Hydroelectric Project, because without that kind of power, that large production of energy and resources going down to the Southland, such expansion would never have been possible. Now, I'm standing here talking about how much they saved here, looking at what they could not. This used to be a whole row of really cool houses, and the second or third one down there, I remember years ago, was for sale, and I didn't have the money to buy it, but I sure did take that open house tour, and it was such an awesome old home. A lot of cool old artifacts in it, antique cash registers and things like that, and I shudder to think that it's all gone. You know, I'm not saying much about my visit to Bob and Darinda's place because honestly it was really quite emotional, and I don't really want to get into it. But it's good to see that all of this stuff is still around here. At least some of the businesses are still intact, and a lot of the homes are still here. Now I'm going up to Huntington Lake, and we're heading up this road, which gets a little bit crazy.